Hi, welcome back to Finally Revealed. In this episode, I want to talk about salespeople, and in particular, salespeople who have something to sell to a high profile or to their target customer. Now, every salesperson should have a target customer, and that will apply, and you'll match that up and identify who the target is based upon what your good or service is, what the price point is, and who your ideal customer would be. So you need to spend some time on the front end identifying who that person or industry or company is going to be. Then you need to identify how you're going to get into that person or industry. Who is the decision maker? Who is the stakeholder? Who is their staff? And what's the best way to approach them? All right, you want to approach them in a multi-step process. The higher the profile person or company is, and the higher the price tag is. Don't think you're going to pick up the phone and call the president of a big company and make a sale over the phone. You're going to get shot down, and you're going to probably get you and your company blackballed. They'll be on the lookout for you. They will see that as unprofessional, unprepared, intrusive, and bothersome. You really don't want to fall into that category. You want to work your way in a meaningful, respectful, and professional way. And so I want to go over 5 areas that you should think about and prepare for if you're going to go in for your sale. All right, the first thing I already alluded to or said, the first thing is to identify who your customer contact will be. Is it who has the need for your product or service? Who would you ultimately really like to sell to? Identify who that is and identify why. How it's a win for you, how it's a win for them, how the two are compatible with each other. Know that cold. The next part of identifying your customer contact is what money is going to be required. What do they have available to spend? How do you find that out? How do you know what that is? You're going to have to do some research. All right, and then you're going to have to find out who the decision maker is, who is going to be able to approve this sale. This is not necessarily going to be the person that you contact first of all. It might be one of their staff members. It might be somebody in an entirely different department. But figure out the way to get to the decision maker and who has the most influence with that decision maker, and that's where you're going to start. So you have to back up. This has to be a deliberate and thoughtful and planned out process. So that's the first part. The next part is to identify what your value is to them. All right? Look at it from your ideal customer's standpoint. What can you add to them to make their business easier, to provide protection for their business, to provide value added for the services or products they provide? I don't know what you are selling or what your business is, but you need to be able to articulate in a clear and concise way how your company's service or product will enhance something that your target customer already has, or better yet wants to do or wants to get into, and how you can complement that and help them. You need to focus on what will help them, either whether it's an individual or a company. That's how you're going to sell this. Number 3, what is the best way for you to approach and become acquainted with and start a dialogue with your customer contact? Who is this person and how do they work? What's their personality? Where are they in the company? Where are they in the industry? Is it best to do it at a trade show? Is it best to have a soft introduction where you have a person that they know, that you also know, or that you can receive a contact to, who can contact them and pave the way for you to make a direct call or a direct meeting? Or can someone arrange an introduction for you over lunch or some other way? Is there some type of participation in a trade show, like I said, that they're going to participate in? Is there some other type of industry event or related meeting or professional organization that you can also attend or are already going to attend and can approach them in that way? So you want that first contact to be meaningful. If you bounce off and crash and burn, forget about it. You've just wasted all of your research and all of your time, and your recovery time is never going to make up for it, and you just should move on. So you want to do this the right way and in a thoughtful way that can start to build a relationship. The next thing, after you've identified how your best first contact can be meaningful, is to think through the process that you're going to have to go to, or process in their company, or what is the process this type of person is going to go through to evaluate the good or service that you want to provide, and to measure whether the value you are bringing to them is something that they can appreciate and that they will want. What is that process going to be on the customer's side? Then flip it around and think about how you can build on that first contact and fill in the blanks that they will be looking for to get them, to motivate them to want to acquire your good or service. So that's going to be a multi-step process. And then you should not use a cookie cutter format. You want to tailor your approach to the person that you're going to be dealing with. What is their schedule like? Are they very busy? Do you know what the office hours are? Do you know what their general schedule is? Do not interrupt them and come blasting in. Be sensitive to their schedule. What time of day would be best? What day of the week or what part of the month would be best for you to initiate contact and then follow up? When you have that first meeting with your person who's giving you the introduction, or then who introduces you to your customer contact, get this information. What is their schedule? What are their biggest challenges? Start a relationship. Find out the information. Don't sit down and drill them with a bunch of questions, but get this information from your other mutual contacts or otherwise, and pay attention and tailor this to their needs. Make it easy for them to meet with you. Make it easy for them to reach out to you. Do not become a pest. Give them information that they request in the format that they request and build that way. Now, the means is the format in which they request. Is it better? Do they prefer to have something tangible? A booklet, a folder, some type of information like that? Is email the best for them? Don't assume that what's easiest for you or your last contact is going to work for this person or this industry or this particular customer that you want to attract and sell to. Should you call? Is an in-person meeting better? Is their assistant or someone else better equipped to assemble and get the information that this person wants? And so is that the person you should be dealing with rather than the decision maker or the contact person? After you have your meeting, your initial meeting or your initial contact, set up some other follow-up right then, or find out how to do that and who they would like you to contact. And then if you can, with your person who is your go-between, get some feedback as to how get their temperature taken as to how they feel about your product or service or you, or what their impression was, and then build upon that. And overall, be prepared. The higher the catch to you, the more you should plan, the more you should strategize, gather information, and prepare. That's going to give you the greatest chance for success. And once you have one of your ideal customers or clients, you can then parlay that and build upon that for your next one. All right, I hope this was helpful to you. If it was, leave some comments below. Give us a thumbs up if you learned something. Subscribe to see the other videos and come back and see me next time. Thanks for watching.